We wish you all happy, hearty Makara Sankranti. In Indian culture, the festival of Makara Sankranti is very prominent and significant. It commemorates the beginning of the harvest season and cessation of the northeast monsoon in southern India. It is a great coincidence that in various regions of Bharat, many festivals of happiness such as Pongal, Onam, Lohri, etc. are celebrated at the same time. In all these festivals, there is oneness in the sense that they are celebrated by human beings at the time of arrival of a new harvest with a lot of zeal and enthusiasm. On this occasion, all get assembled and dance, sing, and flaunt. They congratulate each other and cook and eat a variety of food. In such an electrifying atmosphere, they forget all the complaints or annoyances of the past and hug each other. In other culture, in every auspicious act, fire is considered to be the witness or evidence. Fire is always considered to be sacred. It is fire only which is the form of yagya and also a source of liberation. The body too gets finally immersed in fire and gets purified. But there is also such a fire which is also called the fire of hunger, for the fulfillment of which food is needed. Therefore, until the arrival of the new harvest, people light a bonfire with logs of wood, other solid fuels, and wooden furniture at home that are no longer useful. The disposal of derelict things is where all old habits, vices, attachment to relations, and material things are sacrificed in the sacrificial fire of knowledge of Rudra, known as the Rajasva Asvamedha Avinashi Rudra Gita Gyan Yagya. Here, Rajasva means learning the art of self-sovereignty. It is called Avinashi, meaning permanently, because we sacrifice our old sanskars. Mind, which is also called the horse. Bodies, but the soul remains permanent as it never dies. Thus, this yagya represents realization, transformation, and purification of the soul by imbibing and inculcating divine virtues. Purification of the old resolves, permanent and personality traits. As a function of the fire is to purify, even gold with alloy, also when is subjected to be heated in the fire, becomes pure. Based on this concept, on the occasion of Sankranti, till, barley, etc. are immersed in the fire. Besides, people donate these grains to the Brahmins. The notion behind immersing in the fire is that we have to immerse and eradicate both till, like subtle evils and vices, and barley, like very hard personal too. Likewise, the spiritual notion behind feeding all till, that is sesame seeds, jaggery, and hodgepodge, which is khichdi, on this occasion, is that as pulse rice gets mixed in hodgepodge as one, in the same way, we have to synchronize our personality traits with those of others. As laddus of till are made up of very subtle till, similarly, we have to remain united with all souls like mole and strengthen the organization. The synchronization of personality traits. When the deeply rooted bad sanskars in us are eradicated and our conduct becomes sweet, we become naturally happy and start dancing and merrymaking. In other words, we get to know how to synchronize our sanskars with a variety of people. Give donation so that the eclipse can be released. We all souls have been eclipsed with the eclipse of the vices of 63 births, which has made us souls sorrowful and disquiet. Now, at the confluence age of the end of Kali Yuga and beginning of Sat Yuga, also known as the auspicious confluence age, ocean of knowledge God Shiva has incarnated in the body of Brahma and is saying, "Dear souls, at this confluence age, you dive into the Ganges of knowledge and become pure so that the eclipse of vices may be washed away, and whatever evils and old resolves you're having, you donate them to me and you will be liberated from sins." As a symbolic to this spiritual notion, in devotion, devotees bathe on Makara Sankranti and feel that soul has been liberated from sins. According to the revelations made by the most beloved and the ocean of love, God Shiva, much earlier, the world transformation will take place in the form of civil war in India and natural calamities and nuclear war among the countries which have great nuclear power. Similarly, natural calamities are also said to play their crucial role in the form of devastating flood, earthquake, global warming, etc. Therefore, one must take the recourse from God. Only who is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Teacher, and Supreme Sadguru, and understand his knowledge so as to transform their sanskars from vicious to viceless and elevated and sow the seeds of good deeds. It must be understood that if we realize our true identity, which is the subtle point of light, and sow the seed of good thought, word, and deed now, and inculcate divine virtues such as purity, patience, contentment, politeness, easiness, etc., then we will be entitled to the inheritance of fruition, that is, Jivan Mukti, in the golden age where everything will be new, virtuous, and pure, and every day will be like a festival. So let's do some introspection, some self-introspection, and ask ourselves what the real celebration of this great festival is, and then celebrate it as per most elevated advice of God Shiva. That is, becoming the embodiment of the true meaning, the true significance of the festival. Wishing you all divine souls a very happy, a very hearty, and a prosperous Makara Sankranti.